Okay, so I was just so proud that my little plum pit experiment was working. So this is the cup that I showed you in the video from yesterday. And I saw these nice little things, but then I'm noticing there's one over here, there's one over here. This is actually two. I think I got grass seeds in here, or some kind of little weed seeds. So I was so proud that it was coming up, and I was checked on it last night, and saw that it had grown even more from what I had shown you from when I videoed it on Tuesday, so 2 days ago. So here I was thinking, oh yes, finally, yes, something's gonna succeed. And then I'm just like, yeah, that's not plums. That's not a plum seedling. So I was like, wah wah. But then, luckily, I took the top off of the cup next to it, and I got these little buggers. So we've got this little guy who's shut off his little seed, and then there's one coming up here. Those look more like what would become a plum tree. Those I'm okay with. These guys, I think I'm just going to leave be and see if anything else comes up. Otherwise, I have no idea how grass or weed seeds could have gotten into this cup. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I reused other old soil or anything like that. And I don't think these aren't onion seedlings or anything like that. But yeah, so not the triumph that I thought it was going to be, but this one more than makes up for it. So 2 seedlings coming up here. We're going to wait and see. The third cup doesn't have anything in it, so we'll give it a little bit more time too. That's it. Thanks. Bye. Look, look, look. The 2 Stanley Plum pit seedlings. Getting bigger. And then, dun, dun, dun. This was the cup that had what I thought originally was the plum seedlings coming up, but it turned out to be just grass. So I pulled up the grass, and now I've got another seedling coming up. Yay! I'm on my way to a plum orchard. Or possibly nothing too, but it's fun to find out. Okay, so this is the next check on the plum seedling experiment. So these were the 2 originals. So they've grown quite well. And let's see, that was Saturday that I last did the check, and this is now Tuesday the 31st. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so 3 days later basically. Doing pretty good. This was the next one. It's looking a little puny. Here's those are the little cotyledon leaves here. It's not quite as robust as these 2, but we'll just give it, here, let me get the dirt around it a little bit so I can, there, it's all tucked in again. And then we have this one that came up. So this is number 4 out of, I think, 6 that I planted. Yep, 6. No real evidence that anything else is on its way. Let's do a little digging. Do we see anything? Okay, nothing quite yet, but still. 2/3 of them came up so far. This one's on wait and see list, but the other 3 seem to be doing okay. Now I think these 2, the originals, these are the ones that I was able to actually get the seeds out of the pits. And I think it was a combination wanting to see if it was worth actually taking the seeds out of the pits as opposed to just saving time and just leaving everything in the pit. I think that's seed in the pit, and that's also seed in the pit. So the fact that these guys came up first could be telling, but we'll see. So stay tuned for the next saga. Hey guys, look. This is the Dragonfruit seedlings that I planted 10 days ago. And either the packet instructions were wrong. The thing said that it was going to take 2 to 6 months for them to germinate. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think they all germinated. I think. I have to go. Did I save the packet? I hope I saved the packet. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with dragon fruit. Maybe I am a dragon fruit savant. Nice. All right. Let's do an update on these guys in a couple weeks. Cross your fingers. Ta-da! So this is January 11th, Saturday. So about 11 days since the last time I checked on these guys. These are the plum seedlings. And these is the first set that were the first 2 to come up. These are the ones that I took the seeds out of the pits. And they're coming up wonderfully. And this is the last one to sprout out and start growing. Not quite as boisterous as the first 2. And then this is that puny one. So the 2 that were in their pits, not bare seeds like those 2, but these 2, I mean, they're going slower. So I guess, at least at this point, the answer to the question of, is it worth taking the seed out of the seed pit? Yeah, I mean, it's not like the 2 that were out were like a foot taller than the other 2 or anything like that. I guess mostly this is just a matter of speed of sprouting. But these guys do have a little bit thicker stems than these guys. So I guess if you have the time and the patience and the necessary tools to take the seeds out of the pit safely, that was my problem, was I was causing more damage to the seeds than I was being successful. So, but it can be done. But preferably, yes, I guess taking the seeds out would be best. And then this is 10 days later with the Dragonfruit seedlings. There's even more of them coming up. We got 6 in that one, 3 in that one, 4 in this one, 4 in that one. So 16 seedlings. All right. And they are marginally taller than the first time I showed you the video of it, but I'm okay with them going slowly because I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with them yet. Hi guys, just realized I hadn't really ended these little clips that I put together, so say hi to Pearl. But yeah, so this is over the course. Just wanted to clarify a little bit about the seedlings. The plums are from actual fruit that I had bought at an orchard last fall. And after I'd eaten the plums, I had put them into a bag of slightly moist potting soil in like a ziplock baggie and threw it in one of my produce drawers in the refrigerator. So took them out. I think it was the 19th of January that I took them out and planted them. So I think they're doing pretty good. I think it was the 19th. I could get up, but it doesn't really matter. Basically, sometime in January I planted them. I'm pretty sure it was the 19th though. So, what was it? 7 days later, then I started getting some seedlings growing, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so I threw them put them in the produce drawer in their fridge, and kind of did like a cold storage for them to kind of fool them into thinking that they've gone through a winter. And so they were in November, December, most of January. So for almost 3 months, so close enough. And then I started to attempt to open up the pits. I had more than the 6 pit, seeds that I had planted, but I mushed several. I was able to take out 2 of the seeds out of the pits successfully, those first 2 that started growing, but I was destroying more than I was actually liberating from the pits. So I just decided I'd just do a little experiment and just see what happens. And so far, 4 out of the 6 and 2 out of the 4 that I did not remove the seeds from the pits worked. And so I'm okay with that. So I like doing things the lazy way, and I guess nature does it the same way. She doesn't conveniently shell out the pit away from around the seed. So we'll see how it goes. Mainly what I'm going to do with these guys, I'll have to do a little studying. I don't think there's really any chance. Well, maybe. What I might do if I actually do have these 4 seedlings come up, I've got, my parents have 2 plum trees that I may, when these guys grow up, use these as rootstock. At least, maybe 2 of them, because they have 2 different kinds of plums. And see if I can get those to graft, 1 on each, and then have maybe a spare that I just grow. And so crossing fingers basically that all 4 survive, so I can do a little experimentation. The Dragonfruit Seedlings, I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I swear the seed packet said that it took 2 to 6 months to germinate, so I wasn't really planning on, first of all, success or any kind. The coffee seeds that I also purchased and planted at the same time, they also had, it was like 2 to 5 or 2 to 6 months germination time on those too. Those guys, they aren't doing anything. So I'm wondering if maybe the Dragonfruit Seedlings, the print on the seed packs just was a little off, because it came up within 10 days of me planting them. So friends of mine who might be wanting to experiment, maybe have greenhouses that they can keep stuff in all year long, they may be benefiting from my overzealousness. I really don't know why I'm trying coffee or dragon fruit. In zone 7A, I have very, very low possibility of actually getting anything, and I really don't have space for, a big, huge, gigantic dragon fruit plant. Coffee plant, maybe, I can put it in a pot, because there's the flowers on it are supposed to be nice and smell good and all that kind of stuff. So I guess of the 2, I was hoping more for the coffee than I was the dragon fruit. See? Karma and Murphy's Law, always. All right, so yeah, just basically wanted to clarify things. I hope you caught on that last little segment that it was indeed February 11th and not January 11th, like I said on the video. Have no idea why I said January. I don't know why I would even want to go back to January 11th, because that would be 1 more month electric bill that I have to pay. Don't even get me started on that one. That's why I have a cat on my lap. Keep me warm, huh, Pearl? Yes. Oh, it's too bad she's so aloof. So, thanks for watching this one, and I think we're around 15 minutes, so this is a record, even though I'm currently rambling and probably taking half again as much time just to do explanations as the entire previous video. But it was just basically little segments that I had put together, and I saw and figured I better put them together into a video so I wouldn't have them on my phone taking up space and forget about them and find them a year later. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.